I recorded this video after close trade Monday 20th of May 2013. It's actually a long time after the close, sorry. Had so much to do on my to-do list today. Finally got around to this video. Fascinating day. We had really interesting patterns on gold and silver. I'm going to record a video specifically on that kind of later on. But RAMBO patterns, we've had a heap of them today and Friday, and I'm getting a lot of emails, so I want to talk about that specifically. But here we go. This is where we're at, 1664.50, 1.5 million contracts traded, about almost 10 points top to bottom in terms of range. And these are all the RAMBO patterns that have been showing up on the 1500 tip bar chart over the last couple of days. So Friday's trade, Monday's trade. Let me just show you a couple of example emails about what people are saying. So this one from Christopher. How powerful has the RAMBO signal been past couple of trading sessions? Spot on. That's exactly right. Brian's asking the question, should I have read these RAMBOs as a signal we're going higher? The novices or non-professionals thinking we were going lower. Therefore signal to me we're going higher. If I'd read that correctly, I'd have caught the big afternoon rally from the beginning. Once the rally took off, hard to get a pullback to join in, blah blah blah. Exactly. So let me just show you those quickly. 1500 tip bar chart. So this is Friday's activity. And here we go. Every time we dip down, three kind of big dips on Friday. Look at this, RAMBO, RAMBO, RAMBO. I mean, normally on the 1500 tip bar chart, I say the RAMBO pattern is very significant on the 1500 tip bar chart because you get fewer of them. Normally there's one or two a day, but this is, they're coming in doubles and triples and then into the close. Now, how to interpret this? A RAMBO pattern, remember, RAMBO stands for potential reversal of an amateur breakout, and it's where we see amateurs, low average trade size, taking positions at market extremes, kind of new highs, new lows. And the amateurs can get it wrong at these extremes. They tend to trade on breakouts, and if they get their timing wrong, and usually trading with kind of small stops, we're going to get little moves against them, and they're going to get kind of forced out of positions early. What I'm seeing with the RAMBO patterns over the last several weeks is that we're going parabolic. We're kind of taking off like a rocket. Nikkei's up 70% since the start of their rally, and we're kind of starting to join in. And so the amateurs are kind of hating this. I'm hating it. I think it's we need a decent correction in order to get some balance into the market, and so the amateurs are kind of forcing that hand. They're seeing any weakness as an opportunity to go short, and they're getting wrong-footed all the time. So Friday was a classic. Coming into here, we got RAMBO patterns with exhaustion selling. That's an unstable pattern. That shows an extreme amount of selling, and it's being driven by the amateurs. And when it goes the other way, it's a great little entry point for a great little rally here. Same thing happens again. Dig back into this kind of zone. The RAMBO patterns, the amateurs, their moving averages have all kind of rolled over, and so they're thinking, well, the downtrend is now in. Need to get short. No, they're getting wrong-footed again and again. A little bit of a channel here where we see professionals, a little bit of a gathering underneath a previous high. The kind of amateurs get wrong-footed again with more exhaustion selling. They're so anxious to sell it down at this point. It's unstable. Then we break to the highs. There's a little gathering. Bang. Uptrend into the close on Friday. And then with today's activity, so the market, we'd had a strong day close on Friday. We start with a little bit of continuation and then kind of sell off a little bit. Same kind of thing. Amateur bars down into exhaustion selling, and that's enough to kind of take off. A little bit different here. We had a congestion pattern, a RAMBO to RAMBO channel, I call these. So we've got amateurs kind of expecting a breakout. They're a little bit early, and then the stops are so tight. As soon as we travel to the other side of the channel, they're kind of forced out. They're either stopped out, or they're thinking their moving averages are turning over, so got to get short. RAMBO patterns kind of going short at that point, and then we break the other side of the channel, bang, into this kind of exhaustion move. So you see them on dips, kind of getting wrong-footed. You see them on tops and bottoms of channels like this. Remember, I always say kind of 3 out of 4 times, if we've had a strong day, strong close, the amateurs will be buying the open, and the professionals will be waiting for an exhaustion pattern before reversing a market. After the open here, you can see we had a lot of selling with an exhaustion pattern here. That's in the wrong place. We're not going to roll over. 3 times out of 4, the professionals will wait for the full liquidity of the day to get the market kind of goosed up, and they'll use that continuation momentum after a strong previous day in order to get an exhaustion pattern, reverse the market, and go the other way. So this is too early. It's that amount of selling has given us some juice to kind of go the other way, and it's not until we see the exhaustion buying and the bearish divergence that's when we get the reversal pattern here. So that reversal was right on the top, really nice. On the 500 tip bar chart, it was pullback to end of trend, and you can see this is this channel. Same pattern on the 500 tip bar chart, Rambo, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a Rambo on the other side. So that's exactly what we were seeing on the 1500 tip bar chart there. And then this was really unusual. You see, the whole way down, Rambo patterns, the amateurs really wanted to short this move. I don't think that's the right positioning. We've got the market that's so strong at the moment. We've got all the capital flows coming out of Europe, coming out of Japan, flowing into the US dollar, flowing into US assets in the equity market, and so I don't think the professionals are kind of partaking in this shorting activity. And in fact, we're just kind of forming a little bit of a correction move and potentially breaking out for Tuesday's trade. So let's wait and see. But this is very unusual kind of activity. So there we go, Rambo pattern. Watch out for it. It's the amateurs kind of getting wrong-footed, kind of going the wrong way. Just as a final point on the Rambo patterns, when you see Rambo patterns before an exhaustion pattern, that for me just shows that there's going to be a little bit of weakness. They're a little bit early. It could still break out in that direction, but it just means that they're kind of leading the move, and I want to see professionals kind of following it up. So they follow it up on this little dip here, and then we kind of break out in this direction. If I saw Rambo patterns after an exhaustion move, so like a double top, so if you'd seen a Rambo pattern up here as we went to make a double top, that's more kind of confirmation of a reversal. So they're specifically kind of getting it wrong there. Here they're not necessarily wrong in terms of the direction, they're just early. So that's kind of something to bear in mind. If you see the Rambo patterns before the blue professional bars and exhaustion, they're just early into the move, not necessarily a reversal point. But if you see it after an exhaustion move and the blue professional bars have come in like a double top or a testing back up with a Rambo pattern, that is very likely a reversal point. We kind of go the other way. So there we go. Hopefully that was helpful to you. I did get on board this move at the end of the day. I was long 66.25, but I messed this up. I got lost confidence just a little bit here, thinking that we broke to the other side of this channel, but as soon as we broke back above that Rambo pattern, I kind of thought, yep, these blue professional bars are going to hold, we're going to break back up. So I'd gone short at 65, had to reverse out at 66 and a quarter, then went long at 66 and a quarter, took out 3 points on the way back up here. So yep, interesting day, and as I said, gold and silver's also doing some interesting things, so I'll post a video about that later on. Hope your trading's going well.